The courtyard fell silent when the general's hand tore through her uniform's sleeve. Fabric ripped like a cruel insult, leaving her exposed not just in clothing but in dignity. His voice, sharp with arrogance, cut through the murmurs of the soldiers watching. To him, she was just another ordinary recruit, standing too tall, too proud. He wanted to break her spirit in front of everyone. What he didn't know was that the soldier he humiliated carried a rank that would silence the entire base. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. Her name was Captain Elena Hayes, but the insignia that proved her title rested beneath the very fabric he'd torn. In that moment, her heart hammered in her chest, not from shame, but from restraint. Every instinct screamed at her to respond, to expose him for what he was. Yet she stood still, trembling hands clenched behind her back, her silence mistaken for weakness. Around them, the other soldiers shifted uneasily, whispering under their breath. Some turned away, ashamed for her. Others leaned forward, eager to see how far the general would go. Elena thought of her father, a veteran who had taught her that real strength isn't in striking back, but in holding steady until the right moment. His words anchored her as the general sneered, "You're no one, just cloth and dust." And now, without this, he held up the torn sleeve like a trophy. "You're nothing at all." But he was wrong. The sun glared overhead, casting long shadows across the yard. Dust lifted with each restless boot. Elena's jaw tightened, her breath shallow yet steady. She had endured years of training, countless nights of doubt, and missions that would have broken men twice her size. To stand there now, silent before cruelty, was not weakness. It was strength held in reserve. And then, the shift came. A single soldier at the edge of the crowd stepped forward. His voice was calm, respectful, but carried an iron edge. "Sir, with respect, you should look closer at who you just disgraced." The general laughed it off, until Elena raised her eyes. For the first time, she let her steady gaze meet his. With a measured hand, she drew out the insignia hidden beneath the torn uniform. Gasps rippled through the yard like a wave crashing on stone. The golden bars gleamed in the sunlight. Captain, higher ranked than many who stood frozen in place. The general's face drained of color. His arrogance faltered, just for a heartbeat. The soldiers who had been whispering now erupted into murmurs, voices rising with shock, then outrage. Every eye was on him. Every heart turned toward her. Elena spoke at last. Her voice was not loud, but it carried. "You thought this cloth made me a soldier. You thought tearing it could make me less. But my worth is not stitched in fabric. It's written in sacrifice, in service, and in the blood of those I've stood beside." The crowd stilled. Even the wind seemed to pause. For a long, suffocating moment, justice hung in the air like a drawn blade. Then, one by one, boots struck the ground as soldiers straightened, saluting her. The tide had shifted. Where shame had lingered, respect now thundered. The general lowered his hand, suddenly small in the shadow of the very soldier he tried to belittle. And Elena, steady and unbroken, did not gloat. She simply saluted in return, not for herself, but for every soldier who had ever been underestimated, silenced or humiliated. Because dignity isn't given by rank, it's earned in the quiet choices of courage. And kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. The same courtyard that began with shame now ended with honor, sunlight glinting off insignia that no hand could tear away. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know. And if you believe respect and kindness should never be underestimated, make sure to subscribe, because more stories like this are waiting to be told.